Welcome back to the semifinals. We got the Pineapples and Galaxy coming up soon. Two hard-hitting teams that are going to be clashing here in a best of seven. Mallow, what are your thoughts on this matchup?
Oh man, the Pineapples and the Galaxy teams, they are stacked teams, absolute stacked. And just like we saw earlier in the night with the game 7 uh with Faded and Vipers, four players, all great players here. Whoever they decide to put on the pitch is going to be a great show. And wow, I just saw some stuff in chat as far as like prediction wise, and I'm at a loss of words as to what's going on right now. There's a lot of points on this match.
I believe Ibonic put 250,000 points on his team. I put 1,000. I think I put 1.3K. So that's me, the 2,500,000. Oh my gosh, that is Ibonic. And it's been matched. It's been matched on the other side in the form. Who did it? Galaxy now has the edge in predictions. We have we have 500,000 points on the line here. Whoever wins this could be ending up with a 500,000 points at the end of the day. They could buy management game night. They could buy end the stream during playoffs. They could do
Grand finals.
they could end the stream at grand finals. They could do anything with these points. Somebody's gotta stop them. Whoever this is racking up these points, we gotta have this go to an end. And man, oh man, it could happen. Somebody could end up, depending on what their balance is looking like, could end up with over 1,000,000 points, depending on how much each team put up. And yeah, I mean it's gonna be an interesting one as both teams have joined. But what's your predictions on this, Mel? I mean, who do you got in this best of seven?
Oh man, I wish I could break down who did what as far as the points there to kind of take away the massive influx of points that came from the players here. But um, the Pineapples and Galaxy, they're both great teams here. You and I were both familiar with some of the Pineapples players with Ximidi, specifically there. But Ximidi, Ibonic, Nave, and Spuffy, that's a strong team. And then Ventus, Boywunder, uh, Zesty Lizard, um, which I think is Rilo, otherwise known as Rilo, um, and K Cent, uh, another huge stacked team. And right now, I kind of have to leave towards the Zim and Ibonic combo with the Pineapples.
Yeah, I'm gonna say pineapples in seven. It's gonna be a tough one, and I might be wrong here, but I'm gonna say pineapples in seven, as both teams have joined up. It is looking like we're gonna roll right into this one, as I believe is going to be Spuff. And a server reset called. Is this allowed if it's early on enough, Mallow?
Um, he did do it before the game started, but I don't know if it was soon enough,
And
and it looks like it was. So it was. I think it was a good call because Zim,
yeah,
he was at 145 ping there, so I think it was a good call by him. So before we start this next one, this next game, we're gonna get him to test the ping, so that way, and Rockerman can correct me if I'm wrong here. I don't think that counts as a server reset because we did it before the match started. Um, but so they'll still get a reset later on if they need it. But right now we're just going to check and see if they still have the issue coming back in. So we'll give them a couple of minutes to get in and then test the ping and stuff. So be another minute or two. So I don't think we'll have enough time to look at the bracket or whatnot. But pineapples with Zimini, Ibonic, and I believe I saw Spiff or Spuffy uh, as their third. Yeah, Spuffy. Spiffy's something else that is very close that I'm thinking of for a different game. But anyway, um, deadly combo there. And then I didn't see who it was on Galaxy, but it looks like Ventus, K-Cent, and Boywunder. So uh, this is going to be a close match. And Pineapples, I still think they're going to have the edge here.
Yeah, I think they'll have the edge here too. I mean, I think this Pineapples team is going to be too strong, but I got some people looking like in chat that are pulling for the Galaxies as they have the edge in this prediction. And yeah, it's gonna be interesting. I think Galaxy might have a little bit more of the well balanced team, and Pineapple's got a little bit more top heavy. But I don't know a ton about this Galaxy team, so I'm curious to see what they have to offer here in this best of seven. And yeah, who knows? Who knows? They could take it. They could take it in less than seven. I mean, I really don't know a ton about this Galaxy team, but I do know a lot about my boy Zim and the Pineapples, and they're a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah, and you Kaysen, I think all three of the players for Galaxy here are longtime veterans within Nemesis. I'm not sure if it's in Rival, which that is the league we're playing in. I don't think we mentioned that yet, but we're here in the Rival League for this one. So we got some of the top players in the league playing here, so I think it's going to be an exciting back and forth. We're going to see who can do the best as far as mid control here. I think that's going to set up whoever is going to be having a better time when it comes to scoring goals. Who that will be yet, we don't know. And you mentioned the balance for galaxies. That could mean they have better synergy. We'll see.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the midfield is so important, especially when we start getting up to these higher level uh, leagues. I mean, rival. It's you can't be sleeping. I mean, you cannot get by with goal line defense and playing it off your own back wall because eventually they're going to find a way to put in the net. Either they're going to get some bump plays, good shot placements. It's going to happen. So they need to contest at the midfield. And it really just depends, like you said, who does that best. And I think it's probably going to be the Pineapples, but who knows? This Galaxy team has got a lot to prove here in the semifinals.
Well, hey, they're here in the semifinals, right, Coin?
Yep.
So they're doing something right. And it looks like the pineapples are slowly joining back here. It looks like the one who requested the restart is rebooting literally everything that they can on their side to try and fix the ping issue they had, um, which was Zim in this case actually, and you know, I think I saw a mention of it, but we're in semifinals. I think the PC for Ximity it's shaking in its thermal paste right now.
Shake it in its boots. Zim's PC not coming in clutch as he's gonna have to restart the whole entire system, the router, the modem. He's going to the electrical company. He's checking if the power levels are right. He's going to his internet provider, and I think they are all now checking the ping. And it's gonna be interesting. I mean, I've never seen that before, where somebody right before a league match resets everything to try to get better ping. But hey, it's a first for everything, and it's got to be a first in Nemesis. I mean, I don't know if anybody's done that before, where they restart everything to get that better ping.
I don't know how you can do it in that amount of time, to be honest, especially if all your stuff isn't close by. Um, I know PC. I know PCs typically restart take like 5 minutes, um, but we're still getting another reset request by the Pineapples here. There was a player close to 100, so I think we're going to do it again,
I think they're
and
gonna
we
go to East.
potentially we could potentially go east here, as it looks like some players are okay with it. We'll see what happens, but I've mentioned this previously when it comes to the Epic game servers. Your internet could be fine, and for certain regions, for certain locations, without trying to get too technical, um, you just may not get a good complete connection, and so you will have like 100 plus ping to one server, but then you restart the server or get a new server, and it's in a different location within the same region, and be 20, 30 ping less. So it can be a combination of things, which is why we do the server resets to ensure to make it as fair as possible also. So we'll see what happens here. Um, I think we're just trying to confirm that US East is what we're going to go to, but we'll see here. I know this is a kind of an extremely late start, but sometimes that is what happens here. So, but in the meantime, Breaking Coin, uh, what what can you start breaking down as far as the players that you know?
I can definitely break down some stuff on Ximiny. I can break down really all that Pineapples team. I mean, Ximiny is just an all-around solid player. I mean, he is solid on ball, he's solid off ball, but I think the success is going to be finding Ximiny as first man. You don't want to get him back as last man because he's your highest priced player. You really never want to have your highest priced player be stuck in the backfield. And then Ibonic too. Ibonic had a very good last series in, he's another player that I look to that has to step up. And I think if both those players can step up, I think it should go the Pineapple's favor. But they dropped the ball. I mean, they could gladly, Galaxy would gladly walk through that door, and it could be a possibility. I mean, Pineapples took it to a game 7. I mean, they almost let that fall through their fingers, and they can't do that again, in my opinion. This close to the finals. I mean, one series and you're there.
Yeah, yeah. At this time, while it is a marathon, you want to try and sprint through sometimes.
Hmm.
Try to get through, but not waste. I won't. I shouldn't say waste, but you shouldn't use all of your skills in the matches as soon as possible because stuff might happen. So you want to try and get through it and get through it as quickly as possible, and then save for next week because that's where all the marbles are on the line. And while I say that real quick, the Galaxy team, they have joined this server and they look good. I can say from my end, I'm about the same as I was for the previous server. So um, I know we changed regions actually for this one, but I don't notice a difference. But the good thing is Galaxy's good. That's the important part. Um, I'm just wondering what the Pineapples team is doing right now.
Yeah, I gotta think the same thing, and I hate to say it. I hate to say the F word, the forfeit word, but if the Pineapples don't show up in 10-ish, 15 minutes, I mean,
Oh, they're all here now. It looks
oh,
like.
they're all here. Never mind, man. Glad that we don't have to. Yep, and they joined right away. As we're gonna get right into this, I believe, and it's gonna be Spuff. Oh wait, Pineapples quick test. Wait, no, they're all good. They're good pig. Wait, no. Now they joined. Now they left. All right, they're going back and forth. All
We
right,
got
they're all
rocker
in.
we got rocker band in their ear. That's what it is. And
Yep.
but all their pings look good. So we're underway now finally. And breaking coin. I'm gonna leave it over to you now.
Absolutely is Ventus gonna get a quick one right off the kickoff, 4 seconds in. He's gonna get the best of the kickoff, get a 50, and then flick it right around Zim. He's doing it all by himself. That man, Ventus. I mean, hello, these players that are looking to make a name for themselves, and this is where you do it. Am I right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. And that's a way to go ahead and get your team started, saying, "Hey, you guys made me wait for this. I'm gonna punish you for it." And so that's exactly what Ventus did there. He got a quick goal on the kickoff, pretty much doing it all himself from the kickoff to end goal. And yeah, we're up early. That the Galaxy team is 1-0 here with 4:35 remaining.
Absolutely, as coming up early, it's Ventus. But once again, Pineapple's just getting back to the roots with the aggressive passing plays, working together as a team. Spuff just passing out the midfield, but nobody's there. Ventus gonna
Wait.
take this one out. But ooh,
Oh my goodness, what a nasty, nasty double. Good little pat. Well, I guess it was kind of a double there, but good touch there by Ventus at the end. Nice little send by Boywunder with no boost, which that's a thing that you'll see a lot up here. Breaking coin is that you don't see the things that you see like down in novice or even sometimes prospect, where everyone goes for the big boost and not the small pads. In rival, they'll try it with no boost and or like 12 or 24. So you're going to see a lot more challenges, a lot more aggression when it comes to touches than you would in a lower league.
Yeah, absolutely. As right now, they're using every single boost that they can possibly get to make something happen. Ibonic top bins with Ximidy save, a little bit of double commit. Can they recover? They can't. Spuff's gonna score.
Oh man, popped up there by Ibonic, or not by Ibonic. It was popped up by Ventus. Ibonic tried to shoot it in. Unfortunately, it just went straight up, and that's a dangerous place to have the ball. And Spuff made him pay for it.
Absolutely. As clapping back, it's the Pineapple. Zin's gonna get the best in the kickoff. Gets the boostio, leaves it for Ibonic. Selfless play by Ximidy gets the demo. Buff gets a good 50, but there's no second man. Wait, it's Ibonic coming out of nowhere, no boost.
Oh man, Spuff is doing all of the work here, or a lot of the work here on offense. Actually, we're kind of seeing a duo here with Spuff and Ibonic. Both of them a part of these 2 goals. 3:30 remaining, tied up. Let's see what Zim starts to do. Does he get more involved, and does Boywunder on the Galaxy team start getting more involved here?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Zim pulled out a demo from his back pocket there for a 3-man passing play. The points don't really show it so far, but he's doing what he really needs to do here. He's elevating his teammates, and that's really what you want to do when you're off ball. When you're not having a ton of contact, do things around the field that are making it easier for your teammates to get the job done on offense and defense.
Yeah, absolutely. And right now we're kind of seeing a little bit more on the offense from Pineapples, but the mid control, I would say, is kind of back and forth right now. There's a little bit on both sides. As oh my goodness, that just goes in. Ibonic with another goal.
A good 50 by Ibonic here. Off of Boywunder. Doesn't expect it. Casento, and they're going to be up 3-2 when off jump they're down 2 goals.
Oh, wow. Yeah, and a pass there by Zim to get it up there, but so finally a little bit of activity from them. But yeah, the match control, the mid control, is where I think is going to be who wins this game. And right now, as we kind of see here, it's favoring the Pineapples slightly.
Absolutely, as right now they're off to the races, absolutely trying to put the pressure on Galaxy so that they cannot do anything when they have time on the ball. And right now we're just seeing more and more. Ibonic flies past through Casentro. Toro pass it off to his teammate. Almost an own goal. Ximidy gets a clear at the last second. Good demo by Spuff, allowing space and time for his teammate Ibonic, who's absolutely putting up an offensive clinic. And Ventus on the other end with 2 goals as well. I mean, I would like to see a little bit more from Boywunder and Consentoro, but right now, opting to play a little more pastoral. Good flick by Boywunder, but Spuff is just there for the beat. Consentoro gonna go for a 50 here. Once again, beat out by a Pineapples player and connecting with Pineapples. I mean, it seems like right now Pineapples are doing a very good job at connecting with each other.
Yeah, they are, and it's definitely showing here. I'm seeing some bumps and demos come in here, and it hasn't created opportunities just yet. But if enough is done, there will become an opening.
And there it is.
Say that.
Just as you say that.
Ximidy grabbing that ball, controlling it after it pops up by the touches by both or 2 out of the 3 players from Galaxy here. Now they're up 4-2 with 1:02 remaining.
They are putting themselves in a convincing lead, but they have to secure it. I mean, they cannot slow down now. Spuff gonna try to get a dunk here. Can't connect. I believe that was Zim. Zim is up right now, but that ball is floating towards the back half. Boywunder shot on net. Saved by Spuff!
Oh my goodness. Yeah, absolutely what a save. Oh man. And right now that Galaxy need to score if they have any chance of potentially climbing back into this game.
Absolutely. As the clock is ticking, less than 30 seconds left, and they are playing defense. This is not where they need to be right now. It is looking more and more like the Pineapples are going to secure this game.
Yeah, that's definitely the dagger. for this game one, and Pineapples taking total control. Will they do that in game two? We'll have to find out.
Yeah, that's really the question is, will that momentum continue, or will Galaxy make the adjustments they need to make? I mean, they gotta contest at the midfield a little bit better. And then there's gotta be somebody following up. I mean, it's gotta transition into good offense, and almost a goal there. Limited boost from Ventus, get something, but they just have to do a better job with linking with the other players. I mean, the front runner that I looked at was Ventus, and Boywunder and Consentoro kind of struggled to get their game going.
Yeah, absolutely. And, uh, the scoreboard says it all too. Galaxy with only 3 shots. They did great on defense, but they just could not get anything going on offense. And Ventus was pretty much a one-man show there. We need to see the other two step it up here.
Yeah, absolutely. As I mean, one save coming out of the Pineapples. That means one deadly shot. I believe that was Ibonic who got it from the top ropes. And that was really the only threat that they'd faced that whole entire game. And it was for 2 seconds. I mean, they cannot do this moving forward in this series. Otherwise, we could be seeing an early victory for the Pineapples.
Yeah, we definitely could.
As we get off to this one. A fake kickoff here. Ximidy over to Ibonic. With no third man, trying out a controlled play here. Interesting coming out of the Pineapples. Maybe feeling a little bit of confidence. Ximidy gonna pop this one off the back wall. Ibonic to try to get a quick goal, but Consentoro, no touch here. Good 50 by Ibonic, and Pineapples, Mallow, look like they're starting off just where they left out.
Yeah, exactly. They really are. We'll see if they can do anything here. Oh, what a save by Zim, but can he follow it up? No, he can't. Ventus able to score on that little bit of a double commit by Galaxy, but hey, at that point, when there's really nobody in front of the goal, you got to try and throw everyone you can to get that ball in.
Yeah, absolutely. As I believe Zim and Ibonic both win for that one. It's a tough situation to be in where it's better that two people go and save it than have nobody go. But obviously preferred having one person on the ground and probably Ximidy on the back wall go for it. But right now, I mean, it looks like the Pineapples are just not even, it's not even affecting them right now. They're just continuing trying to get an offensive onslaught going on. Ibonic just can't connect with that one. Rotates back, gets the demo, clears out the space for his teammate, out to Zim. I mean, I'm really liking the transition passing plays from the Pineapples, and although right now Galaxy has the league, I think the better Rocket League, I keep saying this, is coming out of the Pineapples right now.
Yeah, it is. Even though they're down right now, and that's something you don't see too often too. Is the typical aggressor, or the one that's kind of winning the majority of mid control and being the most aggressive, isn't usually losing, but also at the same time, you could say, okay, well, if they're losing, that means they're maybe being too aggressive, too fast, and maybe they need to take a step back. And we'll see if they adjust or anything here as we go further into this game.
Yeah, absolutely. My big thing is you got to limit those double commits on the goal line, because I mean it really costs them not having somebody there for the next touch. And Zim up for this one, tries to get the demo. He does get a second touch, but Boywunder with a nice save gets it over Ibonic. Ibonic is still in the play, trying to keep something going. Out to Ventus. Ibonic back in time. Spuff, last one back. Boywunder can't get it on target. Spuff just gonna be there. That one's gonna be quick on target. Ibonic's pushing out a little bit too far, given the window for Galaxy to jump out of.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's becoming more apparent now. Pineapples is trying to play too fast, and we're seeing some cars cheat up when they shouldn't, which is it's very surprising since this is rival league. You don't see a lot of mistakes, or at least not often. They typically get corrected pretty quickly. So we'll see if it changes before the end of the game or if it changes after.
Absolutely, is Ventus going to be up early for that one. A double miss, and Ximidy's now in a spot where he almost scores. Good save by Boywunder. Ibonic gets an interesting touch off the sidewall. Spuff Gonna hit this down to Centauro. Zim up early, can't get it.
Oh,
Oh, it's not on target. Good save by Boywunder. Ibonic just gonna take control of this one. Just like the Pineapples were doing earlier, where they just grab the ball, they take control of it. And that's the Pineapples that I would like to see, Mallow. The one that takes their time, controls the ball, and gets it to each other.
yeah, they don't have to go too fast and be a little too furious, but we'll see if they slow it down, take it easy, read a book, show some patience, and make some good touches here as they go forward.
And one thing I'd like to see out of Galaxy here is try not that goal line defense. Is really risky for them, and they're forced to play it so many times. They gotta have people up for these shots on net. They cannot allow the Pineapples to shoot with nobody there going up for it. And a good demo coming out of Spuff. I mean, a lot of demos coming here. Ventus forced to play goal line defense. Another demo. That's off the back wall. Boywunder forced to play back wall defense from the net. And this could be dangerous for the Pineapples if they can get a goal here soon. But so far, the goal line defense working out for Galaxy, making sure that they can get the touches. Ibonic with a nice double tap. Double commit here. One of the first goal line mistakes we've seen coming out of this Galaxy team so far. Can they get a goal here for the Pineapples? That's a shot on net because Santoro, zero boost, gets a touch. It is looking like as time runs down, it is all Galaxy. And it probably is. With that's an open net, who's going to complete it? It's Boywunder for the dagger.
That I'm not sure why Spuff went after that demo there. That was a little odd. I guess maybe he thought his teammates had it or something, or was able to get an opportunity. But they're being a little too furious now. So I don't know, because we saw the offensive double commit by Ibonic and Zim that led up to that counter goal. But I don't know if it's nerves or what, but it's kind of odd to see what's going on with the Pineapples right now.
Yeah, absolutely. It seems to get worse as time goes on. And it could be the fact that they know they need to go here, moving down to that 30-second mark. And the Galaxy just piling it on. And man, oh man, have they come back.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's you can say they're playing in a galaxy far away right now, because it seems like they're not on the same, they're not even in the same solar system right here. So, or whatever other pun you want to go with that. But Galaxy winning game 2, 1-1, and right now, I definitely don't agree with the timeout, because I think it's too early. 10 shots by Pineapples, though. That's the surprising. Fact with this one, is how many shots the Pineapples have, but unable to score.
Yeah, unable to score and really unable to connect with the net. I mean, there's some great goal line defense playing by the Galaxy, and maybe those demos just need to be timed a little bit better. I mean, I see the cleanup demos where, maybe there's a player lingering on the outside, but I think they got to time the demos like they did in game 1, and I think that's where they're going to find their success. But Galaxy's playing out of this world in game 2. Can they keep it going? As Ibonic gonna get a flip reset here. Decides to ground it. Good Centauro, he's up. He's past Buff. Nobody's going for that right now. That ball's just sitting there. An unfortunate touch by Boywunder. He's got to make those, especially here in the semifinals. Every opportunity is going to be one you might regret later. Especially if this could go OT, and it very well could. Good demo by Spuff. Ibonic off the back wall. Can somebody clean it up? Spuff is there, but good save by Ventus. Zim with the cleanup against Toro. What a save! The goal line defense from this Galaxy team, Mallow.
It's insane. Holy cow. I can see why they're a first seed, because you can't get past their defense. And if you can't score, you can't win. So right now, great job by Galaxy on the defensive side, but in order to also win, you need to score, so they need to do something on offense right now.
Absolutely, as right now they're transitioning to offense as we speak. Fish that one out towards net a little bit too early. I'd like to see a little bit more control there. Zim, last man up, does not get the touch he's looking for, and now that was almost an open net opportunity. Ventus just not able to connect. That could have been another goal coming in for Galaxy. Spuff gonna take this one on through. Can Centauro get it past Zim? No, he cannot. Fakes the high. Ximidy, Boy Wonders, quick shot on net with no boost. Double commit coming out of the Pineapples again on defense is Ibonic. Gonna take this one up high, but opt to not jump. Ventus is gonna be there. No follow there. Zim off the corner. Can he get the second touch? Can Centauro with the clear Spuff? Shot on net. Ventus with another great goal line save. That's Boy Wonder potentially in a 1v1 spot with the ball off the back wall, not getting the touch he's looking for. And a lot of back and forth right now, but nobody really able to complete.
Yeah, no, not at all. The mid control is kind of going back and forth. I'm not seeing anyone taken over after the first onslaught from Pineapples. So we'll see what happens here. That when another thing I'm noticing too is it looks like Pineapples might be getting boost starved a little bit, or at least having some issues with boost management, because I keep seeing very low boost from them. So we'll see what they can do with that. You would think that it gives the advantage to Galaxy, but this is Rival League, and they don't necessarily need a full tank.
Absolutely. As right now they're out shooting Galaxy, looking like 2-1. But Galaxy just cannot find the net. I mean, they're able to find shots there, or shot potential, but it's just a little bit too wide. And that's happened more than once. Zim, that's going to go down to the midfield. Boy Wonder with a nice reject to the side. Spuff, no boost again. Forced to make a pinch out to Boy Wonder. And another double commit coming out in Rival League. Not very often where you see this many double commits, but it is the semifinals. Both teams are scrambling for a spot to make it to a potential ship spot.
Yeah, absolutely. And you might see double commits here like that. Yeah, you don't want to see it, but also it is Rival League, so typically their recovery from that is a lot better than what you would see even in Challenger. So as the other team, you want to try and take advantage of it if you can, but it's sometimes few and far between.
Absolutely is. Ibonic, off an unfortunate mistouch, is going to go right to Zim for goal number 1 with 1 minute remaining.
Oh, man. Nice little beat there by Ibonic after Ventus kind of fell off the ball. And Zim just knocks it away from the defense, and finally a score in this game.
Pineapple out shooting Galaxy 3-1, and it finally pays off for them. It was only a matter of time with the amount of volume that was going on target and the amount of missed shots from Galaxy. You cannot get away with having that many missed shots that many times in a row. Eventually you will pay the price, and they did. But can they score in this last minute? Ibonic has got time on the ball. He's going to go for a 50. Nobody there to follow up besides Boy Wonder. Nice pitch from Boy Wonder, but he kind of gives the ball away there with 30 seconds remaining. Can Centauro force to make a dish out to the corner? That's a shot. Placement. Zim up for it. Goal line defense coming on through for Galaxy, but they got to score, like you said, Mallow, and defense isn't going to be enough for it, in my opinion.
No, it's not. And, we got our final 10 seconds here as we're counting down. Will the Galaxy team be able to score, or is this going to go to Game 4 with a Pineapples victory?
It is looking like a Pineapples victory. 2-1 Pineapples.
Fantastic casting there.
As Pineapples, man, oh man, are going to take the lead. And this is kind of what we expected. I mean, when we were going over our predictions, Mallow, is we were going over, how Pineapples can win this series. And I think they're doing what they need to do, but what are some things you'd like to see more from both teams?
Yeah, the Pineapples, I think they finally slowed down a little bit, which is why they're able to score and actually get the ball passed to each other. I think they were trying to play way too fast, and it was hurting them. They finally slowed down, So now we just need to see better passing for the Pineapples. We've seen it a little bit, but a little bit better on the passing side, and I think they would have the ticket and have Galaxy's number. Galaxy, their their defense is impeccable. 11 saves that game. That's an
Yeah.
insane amount of saves. We just need to see some offense, like just
Yep.
some offense. Period.
Yeah, I mean, I would like to look at better shot placement because maybe they can transition a little bit better. But when you transition where you have outlet passers, you take the risk of not having another person back on defense. And right now, it seems like Galaxy is really benefiting from playing goal line defense right now, Mallow.
Yeah, yeah, they are, and we're finally we're seeing exactly what I just touched on was a big push in the beginning here by Galaxy. They just need to keep that pressure up, go for some bumps and demos on the exit, and set up an opportunity for your team. And right now, are we going to see a similar thing that we saw earlier this cast where Faded and Vipers traded wins? Are they going to do the same thing here? We'll have to see.
We will indeed, as that's an open net. Can Ximidy get on target?
Oh,
Just a little bit off. And now Ibonic, last man, he went for it. Now an open net on the other side of the field. And Santoro cannot connect as coast to coast open nets from both teams, and they cannot connect on either side. How close this matchup has been so far has been absolutely out of this world. Mallow, I mean, right now it's the tale of strong offense and strong defense, and I really don't know who's going to come out on top.
yeah, Galaxy. They're adding all kinds of saves into their Starry Sky, but they need to do it on offense too. And right now, Pineapples has the edge on offense, but not necessarily. And well, I say that I was about to say not necessarily on defense, but really they have 4 saves, and the Galaxy have 4 shots. So like, it seems like the tides have turned, but it doesn't feel that way.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, a 1-goal lead is not super crazy in a best of 7. I mean, it's a long road to victory, and I think if Pineapples can get a win here, they can feel more comfortable about the next couple games. But I mean, I think this is going to be a big win for the Galaxy. They got to get it done. I don't think they can go down 3-1, Mallow.
No, absolutely not. And if that were to happen, I would be extremely shocked if a timeout wasn't called. As Boywunder here gets a fantastic pass from Ventus, I believe it was. Maybe it was off of Zim. Oh yeah, it was off of Zim, but Ventus sends it over. Boywunder there to catch it, and it goes into the goal. Now the Galaxy are on the board with 2:35 remaining.
Absolutely, as Pineapples have one shot on net, and it's absolutely turned. I mean, now we've seen very little defense coming out of this Galaxy team, and now they're challenging at the midfield and even past the midfield, shutting down Pineapples early. And we've seen other teams have success against this Pineapples team in doing that, shutting them down early, not letting the passing plays happen in front of their eyes. And I think if they can combine this with their goal line defense, they're going to be unstoppable.
Oh yeah, absolutely, for sure. And we're watching Zim right now kind of carry it over, and Ibonic following up. Zim was going for a demo there, which is exactly what you want to do in that situation to try and create space, but nobody was there because they were in the corner, and nobody was able to score that ball. So missed opportunity, I would say, just a little bit by the Pineapples, but let's see what they do going forward here.
100% as Ibonic gets an sidewall 50. Spuff last back. They're forced to put it down. Zim's going to clear out to his teammate Ibonic. Good transition play, but cut off by Boywunder. That ball was just sitting there. Boywunder can't get on target. Can Santoro do it? He can!
Oh, I'm not going to call it a dagger right now, but that just made the Pineapple's chances on this game that much more harder, especially when you're looking at the defense the offense that they've been putting on so far this game. And they need to do something now and answer quickly. Otherwise, they're gonna be down, or sorry, they're gonna be tied up 2-2 in the series.
Yeah, and that's what's going to make this series harder. I mean, if I'm Pineapples, I do not want to go to another Game 7 OT, eh, especially when you're trying to make it to the finals. I mean, and just like that, that is going to be the dagger, in my opinion, Mallow.
I would have to agree now, especially with how fast they scored. Galaxy looks like their stars have finally aligned and they're working together uh, the way that they should be as a number one seed. They're showing why they are that seed. So we'll see if Pineapples can get one for the road here to help their momentum. But if you're a Pineapples fan or if you're a Pineapples player, you don't want to panic just yet. You know, it's been back and forth. Just keep playing your game. You know, do a little fine tuning, get some bumps and demos, create some opportunities, and win Game 4.
Yeah, 100%. They're gonna need to win game 5. It's a good demo by Ventus. That's not something we've seen a lot out of this Galaxy team. Maybe that's something they can add to their arsenal, but so far, I mean, this game has been all Galaxy. I mean, outscoring Pineapples 4-1 here. As Pineapples have 3 shots on net, Galaxy have 12, going on 13. And I mean, the gap between these two teams it seems to be pulling away for Galaxy here.
Yeah, Galaxy definitely showing some muscle here, and uh, looks like we got a card change by Spuff. But yeah, 3 shots. The saves were there for Pineapples. They just couldn't do the offense. So it's almost like the script has flipped here, so to speak, where the Pineapples are the ones on defense and not able to get offense going, and Galaxy is putting on a clinic on offense and doesn't even really have to worry about defense because there's none to worry about.
Yeah, they really haven't had to play defense. I mean, they defended 3 shots on net. I mean, and 2 of them were saved, so one of them wasn't even on target. I mean, eh, this Pineapples team has got to do a little bit better job at finding each other, conserving that boost, and trying to get something to go. But I'm gonna give a little shout out to Internal J here in chat. Give it a little bit of self promo. Don't know a ton about Internal J. Mal, do you know anything about this guy here for a second?
I do not, but the redemption is to be able to make a post in the Discord channel. So if you're
Okay.
not a part of if you're not a part of the Discord channel, do your exclamation point Discord, join it, see what Eternal J is promoting, and always come back here and continue to watch.
He got a shout out as well, getting a 2-for-1 special, as I believe Zim is going to be up going for this one. Back to Ibonic, connecting with their teammates like they need to. Spuff going to hit this one off the corner. Hit Centauro, find another touch. He can, but it's out to the midfield to Zim. And Zim's going to score to start us off.
Wow, they answered quickly in this next game here, and already K-Cent meant to try to send that further out, but just didn't have the power, no boost to follow up to, and Zim just kind of followed it underneath and was able to get that ball in, and the Pineapples are up early here.
Pineapples taking an early lead as a Spuff redirect almost goes in. A Spuff 50 almost went in. A Spuff starting out strong right now. And man, oh man, his 3 touches were huge. But can Centauro find another one? He does. The Galaxy tries to get back on offense here, but defense has been their bread and butter so far. As Ventus gonna take this one out. So Spuff gonna find an extra touch out to the midfield. Can Centauro bangs it out to Zim here. Zim almost gets it on target. Ibonic gonna try to find the 50 here. Gonna pass it to Spuff.
Oh man, just popped it over both of the defenders. They were pushed up way up there, and actually, well, one was rotating back. Ventus kind of went back to the ball instead of maybe potentially trying to save a potential shot, and Spuff snuck it by them both.
I mean, Spuff coming out of nowhere to score there, as he's another player that, is an asset. He's a big asset for this Pineapples team. And so far, he's kind of had a little bit of a quiet series, but getting a goal of his own to kind of put himself on the caster's map here, as he's going to get demoed, targeted by that Galaxy team. Missed by Ximiny. Spuff forced to play last man defense. Zim, can he?
Oh,
No, he can't.
oh man, Ventus answered quickly there, and that's exactly what you want to see as a Galaxy fan, or if you're playing on the Galaxy team, that's what you want to be able to do, and that's exactly what they did. Ventus scoring quickly, 3:31 remaining, only down by 1.
Yeah, and this is the things that we were talking about earlier in this series is, Ventus in the Galaxy have kind of been lacking transition plays, and my assumption was that they were trying to play safe, play, three back when they're on defense. And now that they've moved one of those players upfield, they're finding a lot of very good transition offense plays, and one right there is going to go in to start them off.
Yeah, absolutely, and now the ball is kind of getting sent back and forth, so there's really no mid right now as far as control is concerned, but um, Pineapples and Galaxy playing a little bit of Boomer Bowl, trying to probably get a setup here, but right now it's just a little bit back and forth, and that's not normally what you see in Rival League.
Yeah, usually it's a little bit more of contests at the midfield, and two demos come out for Galaxy, as now they're coming out strong with the demos. Maybe a new strategy they're throwing into their arsenal, being more confident in their offense. A flip reset by Ventus almost goes in. Ximidy forced to make a save, forced to follow this one up. A double commit coming out
Ooh.
of the Pineapples could be detrimental. Ventus goes for the demo. Boywunder trying to go top right, but saved by Spuff on the back wall. That man Spuff having a good game so far, keeping that lead as no boost. He's gonna turn. Ibonic plays it low. Boywunder's got full boost. Zim gonna cut this play off on his own back wall. Good touch by Zim. Ventus gonna try to get it past Spuff. He does. Touch by Spuff. Gonna dish it out. Kizantoro cannot score. Spuff is there. Ximiny gonna pass it to his teammate across field, but once again, Ventus is there. Spuff forced to dish this one off his back wall to Ximiny. Ximiny out to the midfield. Ventus is not going to get a touch here, and this could be detrimental. A double tap, not going to go through for Ibonic, and a demo is going to force Zim to play last man defense with zero boost, getting bailed out by his teammate. That ball is just floating there. No one's there. As a goal line save, 2 up for this Pineapples team. Mallow.
Oh my goodness, what a defensive show here by Pineapples, and they're getting demoed, bumped, and harassed, but they're still able to save it time and time again. And earlier when Spuff saved that ball, someone was going for him for a demo, and he was able to avoid it. And because of that, that actually prevented a goal from going in, because that goal would have been wide open. So great job there by the Pineapples team, and they're still up by 1.
Absolutely, as Spuff is having a breakout game right now. 4 saves, 1 goal, and then Ximiny having 3 saves as well. Can they hold? 30 seconds remaining. Good 50. And can Galaxy get something going here in this last 20 seconds? Right now, the goal line defense coming out of this Pineapples team. Another interesting switch up. Ventus gonna get a quick one on target. Ibonic. Nice save. Ibonic's got time with the ball. Can he get the 50? Toro bangs it downfield. And that might be game unless Ventus. And it's going to be game.
Oh man, we're in another series coin where it's back and forth with the victories. We're trading victories over here, and eventually that's going to have to come to an end. And so here we are, going into this next game with 5 shots on the Pineapple side, but they win with it. 9 saves, an incredible amount of saves, versus the 12 shots that Galaxy had and 3 saves. So the defense by Galaxy just unable to do anything, and I think that's what hurt them that game. But here we are. We're in game 6, Forbidden Temple. You know what that means, don't you, Coin?
Hey, it could happen. A game 7 alert is possible here. Or will Pineapples take it on home? I'm predicting the game 7. I mean, that is my pre-game series prediction. And I think it's going to happen here based on how close these games have been so far. I mean, Spuff having a nice breakout game there, and Pineapple's looking like the Galaxy there with that goal line defense. I mean, the amount of saves. I mean, it looked like Galaxy. I mean, it just goes to show you that all of these rival teams have so much to offer. It's really just how one team executes over the other when the light's on.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're watching some setups on both sides. The mid control, kind of not favoring anyone right now. Some whips coming in, which you don't see too often. But that demo there was great. A great job by Ventus preventing additional offense pressure, which you don't see too often. Or at least I haven't seen too often this series where they're doing offensive demos versus defensive. So that's a new one for this series as a bump comes in to Ibonic from Boywunder, and Galaxy is up 1 early here.
Absolutely. I was about to mention that guy Boywunder's name as he's somebody I'm looking at to add some more value on the offensive side for his team. I mean, he missed a couple shots early, but he's able to get the play to go with a bump there. And that's what I'd like to see from these high-level players is making sure everybody on field is adding enough value to go up against the other team. And Boywunder, just a smart demo there. Very well timed play. As Pineapple is struggling to get it out of their half right now. Ibonic's going to be up for that one. Pinch out to the midfield. Ventus, they have time with the ball. Gets bumped off of it though. Ibonic now has plenty of time on the ball. Goes up for it. Gets a foot reset. Uses it, but he can't get the double. Zim almost scoring there, but good save. Coming out of the Galaxy. As a quadruple commit in the corner. Interesting, Mallow.
there was two of each team in that corner there. It looked like there was a bit of a bumping T-bone type situation, and other team members came in to try and break it up and move the ball, and it looked really weird there for a couple of seconds.
It did indeed, as both teams clearly trying to make something happen for their team. And Boywunder, the guy I was talking about earlier, comes out of nowhere and scores.
So a crucial bump for the first goal. A fantastic shot on goal from a pass, and Boywunder, like you mentioned it, he's coming up onto the casters name mentioning right now.
Absolutely, and like we said earlier, I mean, if you want us to sing your praises, you gotta do something on stream because that's where we're gonna be able to see it. As Spuff, not able to get a save, but Zim's there to clean it up. And Boywunder finding his footing here in game number 6 when his team needs it the most. Can Centauro find a pass out to the midfield? He can, but he can't score. No second man available. As Galaxy probably not expecting that one was going to pass on through. Ximidy cannot connect here. Boywunder gets a pass one. Centauro cannot connect. Zim, no second man available. Can't get the touch he's looking for. And Pineapple's struggling to get anything going on offense right now.
Yeah, they truly are, and I'm not sure, what it is they're thinking or saying right now, but I am noticing there's a lot of, and I've mentioned in previous games too here, there's a lot of players with, that almost looks like zero boost in certain situations, and that can only get you so far, even in rivals. So, they need to manage what boost they get, even if it's getting stolen. The big pads. So we'll have to see if they can score here, because they should score here quickly if they want to have a potential to win this game.
Absolutely, is a goal for the Pineapples is going to need to happen. in that game 7 that I was saying the Pineapple should try to avoid is looking like where they're going to be for their second time in their playoffs career here in season 10 as Ventus. He's got time with the ball. Nobody for the Pineapples up early for that. The clock is just ticking, and that could be the
Uh-oh.
dagger, but Zim, last minute save. Can he
Oh
go
man.
coast to coast though?
Yeah. Go
No.
for it.
Man, oh man. Is this Pineapples team struggling on offense, Malo?
Oh, they certainly are, and unless they score here within the next 10 seconds, I think we can throw out this Game 7 alerts because for the second time tonight, I swear if it happens, Rockerman may put me on for the last game to get another Game 7 on this cast because both the games that I've been a part of tonight have been Game 7s, and if you're superstitious and all that good stuff, which there's at least one person in chat that knows what I'm talking about. Uh, that's something that could be a thing. But here we go, Game 7 alert, Game 7 alert, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to Game 7, and it's been back and forth. I'm not seeing a timeout come into play here, which I'm surprised by.
I'm a little bit surprised here, but maybe both teams know what they need to do moving forward. I mean, I would like to see Pineapples make a timeout just to ice the other team in their momentum right now. I mean, they have 10 shots on net, almost twice. Oh, interesting. Galaxy makes the timeout. I did not expect that, Mallow.
Huh? Yeah, I'm just looking at the. I was like, oh, we finally got the timeout, and then I realized who it was. Wait, now I. Okay, now Pine. How does that work? So I guess we get two timeouts in a row or something. I don't think I've actually ever seen that here. So we might need clarification. And it sounds like we'll get a back to back. So we'll get a pretty big break here. Um, like a 2 minute break. But wow, that is not what I expected during this during this Game 7 beginning here. They're both gonna talk it over here because they're like, okay, this is for all the marbles. This is the grand finals. What are they saying to each other? Why is the ball a cube? What?
Oh, that's a first again. As uh, that
Yeah,
that's a
I think
first.
yeah, we're gonna have to we'll have to remake. I think something went a little wonky with the with the map there, but oh man, Whew. Look what Forbidden Temple has done. Look what Forbidden Temple has done. It's broke the game. We're going double timeouts. Oh man, amazing here,
The
amazing.
Rocket League gods maybe trying to make something happen, saying we're all squares here. I mean, it could be a sign, a part of the script, an interruption in the next game could cause the script to go off pace. And my script says the Pineapples in game 7, no OT, but it could very well go Galaxy side. And yeah, I mean, anything is possible, Mello.
It really is, and oh man, that was a lot of shenanigans right there. That was actually quite entertaining. There's some things you don't see sometimes that the casters do here in Nemesis, and um, or as a streamer, because Rockerman's doing the streaming tonight. Shout out to him for having to stream tonight, taking care of those duties. Um, and yeah, it's been a fun night so far, and we're going into Game 7, second to last. And yeah, I like to call for Pineapples to win, coin, but Galaxy's the number one seed for a reason, and they're taking this seriously. They took a timeout too, so I don't know if I can bet against Galaxy right now, especially can. Well, wait, who won that one? That was Galaxy, right?
Galaxy.
Well, if we're talking the pattern, Pineapples winning, right? But
Yep.
Galaxy, I think they're looking to break that. They're super serious about this. They want to win this, and so we're going to see what happens here in Game 7.
We are, and man, oh man, it's interesting because it could go either way just based off of how the momentum has been. But as we keep going on, waiting for this team to join up, I mean, big shout out to the staff this season. I mean, let's remember, I mean, we all have our griefs every once in a while, but without the staff and everybody who's volunteered here at Nemesis, none of this would have been possible. And if you see anybody in staff, anybody on management, just show them a little bit of appreciation because they're doing a lot of this volunteering time out of the day for you guys. So big shout out for the staff as we are going on to a game 7. Demo coming out strong as Ventus up early for this one. Ibonic not gonna be able to connect. Ximidy gonna keep going with this. Gets a 50, but Boywunder, pass 1, pass 2, and Ibonic can't get back in time.
Oh man, Boywunder dribbling past the defense there, and I don't know what Spuff was seeing there. I wish I could see what he was seeing to kind of gauge on what he was thinking there, but it didn't look like he had a lot of boost to work with anyway, and he may have had to cut trying to get that boost, and now we're looking at a Galaxy lead right now early.
Absolutely, it's Galaxy coming out strong. Ibonic shot on net, and it's gonna tie it up. This game's back and forth, Mallow.
What a quick answer by Pineapples and Ibonic. Not even like 5 or 10 seconds, and there's another goal, and wow, we're tied up again, and we just barely cracked 30 seconds.
Oh my. As Spuff up early gets the dunk, Ibonic with the cleanup, and Pineapples have clapped back, and another one coming out of Spuff, the man who's gonna score again in this series.
Oh man, good pass there by Zim. Holy cow, sending it over to Spuff. He didn't have any boost, and they tried to get over to demo him at the very least and wasn't able to, and Spuff able to score that. And now the Pineapples are up 2-1, and we still haven't cracked a minute.
We haven't, as high offense coming out from both teams, but right now it seems like Pineapples are looking good right now as they're able to get their passing plays to work out, and they're there early. I mean, they're at the pitch early as Zim forced to play goal line defense. He gets it. Boywunder up early, but no boost. Double fake out. Good demo by Ibonic. Giving his team time. Zim, no boost. Dishes out to Ventus. Ventus can't get the touch he's looking for. Good offensive bump by Ximidy. He's going to dish this away. Get the ball out of first man's hands. And Spuff, again, early for that 50, predicting where that shot's going to be. A little bit of a double commit there. I don't like that as Ventus popping this one up. Can Centauro get the shot? He can't. It's high. As right now, both of these teams back and forth. Who is going to come away in the home stretch? A fake there. As a double fake there.
What in the...
What are we watching, Nello?
I think we're watching these players play extremely aggressive, and it might be a little too fast for them. We're seeing the demos. We're seeing the... Oh, man. Almost a nice little flip reset there by Zim. But I think we're seeing them try to play too aggressive and too quick, and they're double committing and being out of position and almost causing some unnecessary goals.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think this is only going to play to the Pineapples' advantage if they decide to keep playing like this, because Pineapples will gladly go shot for shot with you, playing that high intensity offense, and I think they would be playing right into the Pineapples' hand if they keep continuing doing this. As a last-minute save, Ibonic tries to pitch it out, but Boywunder with the save. Every goal counts here. Every save counts here. As being down multiple games in this series would not be good. Ibonic up for this one. Gets a second touch. Decides to fall off the ball. Bumps his teammate there. Zim gonna take his time off the back wall. Gets a nice 50. Ibonic up early. Goes off the ceiling. Can he get another 50? No. Ventus waits. Gets a touch off the ceiling. Zim forced to play another goal line defense off his own back wall. Good touch by Ximidy. Boywunder there again, putting that ball on the Pineapples' end. Ventus gonna take his time. Pass out to the midfield. Zim gonna cut it off. Out to Spuff. He's got no boost, but he's still gonna follow this one up. Keeping himself in the play is Zim. Ibonics Gonna be forced back into the play. That ball almost floated into the net, but Centauro gets a nice clear. Ibonic just going for that demo there. Zim forced to play last back, gets a nice boom way downtown. Ventus gets a dish out to his corner, but it's to that man, Ibonic, that I've been singing his praises in this series so far. As 1 minute until the Pineapples could be champion, or will this go to OT? 1 minute remaining. Can Centauro find the touch he's looking for? He can! Can Second Man be there for the Galaxies? No, Ibonic is the double commit. And that's gonna go win because Centauro.
How in the world did he manage to get that in there? He snuck that one in there. I'm totally shocked by that. I think the Spuff just drove too far up the wall for it. And K-Cent just perfect placement. And I was just about to say, Coin, that they both either heard me or realized it, but they were playing too fast, and that aggression that they had originally had for the first minute and a half was gone.
Absolutely. As right now, that man Centauro getting a goal to keep his team alive here, potentially taking it into OT. OT Game 7 alert. It could happen for the second time tonight. Centauro gets it past one. Spuff can dish it off his own sidewall there. Ibonic gonna bang this one way downtown. Spuff can't get the demo. That ball's floating. Can Centauro get on target? He can't. Spuff not getting the touch he's looking for. Boywunder's up. It's not gonna go. This is
Rocket League.
It's
not over though.
It's not over yet. This is Rocket League. Anything could happen here. Boywunder's up. That's off the sidewall. Multiple up, and this is going to overtime.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, sorry, Rockerman's putting me back on after all this now. I'm pretty certain. But yeah,
and that's it. You have one of your finalists here. Galaxy's gonna take it in 7.
Wow, I didn't even get to say what I was gonna say because it happened so quickly. We've seen that a couple of times tonight where the freaking overtime was so close, and it's crazy that the game ended like that because of how back and forth it was. You wouldn't think that it would just end on a 6-second overtime goal like that. It's crazy, but congratulations to the Galaxy team. They are going to the grand finals, and they're going to know their opponents very, very soon. Coin.
They will. As that man Boywunder getting the last MVP of the semifinals for his team. And man, oh man, did he shine when he needed to. In those last 2 games, I was just about to bring him up. That's the man I would like to see more from. And it's like he said, it's like they heard us, Mallow. And that man stepped up for the Galaxy. And in my opinion, he was the difference maker for that team.
Oh yes, he was. He was all over the place. He was on offense, whether it was passing, shooting, or even bumping or demoing. And because of that, that gave Galaxy plenty of opportunities to get the ball into the net when it was needed. And here they go. They're going next week. They're going to be playing Wednesday against a team that's going to be coming up next. We'll find out who that is. But Coin, yeah, the Pineapples. Congratulations to them as far as how far they made it. But unfortunately, it just wasn't enough. Just barely not enough.
It just by that far in OT, just not enough. They let a little bit too many soft goals go in there, and then they're forced to play goal line, and Ibonic got bumped, and that's really the tale of that series is, Pineapples just played a little bit too aggressive for their own good, and then got stuck in positions they weren't necessarily the most comfortable with, and Galaxy just had a strong, steady game plan, and then they switched it up in the last few games and turned up the pressure on offense. I really think that benefited them. I mean, they were going back and forth until Galaxy turned up the heat, and they're going to be moving on to the finals.
Yeah, absolutely. And congratulations once again to the Galaxy team, and they are showing why they're the #1 seed. So, who is it that we got coming up next? Because one of these winners is going to be who the Galaxy team faces.
I believe we have Knights and Hydra. Knights and Hydra. Yep, Knights and Hydra. This is the second team I'm about to say. Knights and Hydra are what's going to be next, and that's going to be another interesting series. As you know, we had some predictions beforehand about whether this could have been Game 7. Rocketman saying that it's unlikely that it probably goes to Game 7. It's going to be Galaxy coming out strong. His prediction was true, but we actually had more than Game 7. Mallow, we had a Game 7 OT for the second time tonight.
Yes, we did. We did indeed. So I know we're starting late here, so this next game is about 15 minutes late. So we're gonna wrap it up here. Take a short break, Coin. You got anything else before we go?
No, I mean, wild series, big props for both teams, and Pineapples went out there to play. They did their best, fell up a little bit short, but they shouldn't be hanging their heads in shame. They did well. They played their game, and it just didn't work out. And sometimes that's how it goes. There's winners and there's losers, and sometimes you got to go home. And I hope that these guys come back next season even stronger. Maybe on the same roster, maybe on different rosters. Who knows? But I wish the best of luck for all the teams that are moving forward and the ones that have been knocked out.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we will be back very shortly after a short break. Stay tuned for the final match of the night, Knights versus Hydra. Don't go anywhere.